Welcome to Legal Consolidated. Today we're doing a training course on product disclosure statements. Not product disclosure statements generally, but only product disclosure statements regarding your self-managed super fund. So with all our documents, we have hundreds of different documents that you're welcome to build, trusts, SMS. So I'm going to go to the SMS documents, and there are 5 main updates of your self-managed super fund. We're going to build the product disclosure statement. With all our documents, you can see a free sample of the document. There's a checklist, and we're going to press the big green start building for free button in a minute. But let's just have a look at some of the information before we embark upon building the document. Firstly, what is a product disclosure statement? It explains the operation of your super fund and how your trust deeds work, what have you. When they first came out, I was the only lawyer in Australia, the only tax lawyer in Australia, that was of the view that they were mandatory, you should have one. But for a very interesting reason, and that is because it protects the I'm going to say active member, but the more stronger member. It protects the accountant, lawyer, financial advisor, and auditor. So I'll give an example here of a husband who has been doing a good job setting up his self-managed super fund and running it, but he opted not to get a product disclosure statement when he first set up his self-managed super fund. He didn't need it. They're a waste of time, according to him. What happened is that in 1 year, he had a very big downturn in the market, and his super fund showed a big loss. Sadly, his wife left him on that year as well. The family lawyer had a look at the matter and said that to the wife, you don't have a product disclosure statement, you were not to know what the risks were, you don't know about self-managed super funds, you would have benefited from a product disclosure statement. I don't think it's a very strong argument, but the family court will often agree with that, and in this case, the family court awarded money over and above the usual 50-50 split or whatever it is, over and above that, to put the wife back in the position she would have been had the husband have done well that year in his self-managed super fund. He joins the accountant and financial advisor to sue them, and then they join the lawyer that gave the advice not to have a product disclosure statement. A very gutsy decision. Now, you need a product disclosure statement. This is going to build it. If your product disclosure statement's out of date, then not to worry, this will update your product disclosure statement as well. Let's start building the document. So you'll need a username and password if you've got one, and I've got one. I can pick up one of my old documents that I've built previously, but because I don't want to retype in the data every time, but in this case I'm just going to press starting the document from scratch. And here it is. This is the question and answers. It's highly educational. And I said to one of my students, and entertaining, but he said, Professor Davies, it's certainly not an entertaining thing to do to build a legal document. But anyway, so let's begin. So I need the name of the fund. Let's make it the Smith and West Super Fund. You'll find that in your trustee, the name of it. If you're not sure, telephone the law firm, we can help you find that. The address, that's the current address of the super fund. Don't abbreviate, don't use ST, don't abbreviate in legal documents. And the date the trust started. Oh, Professor Davies, I don't know the date that the trust started. Well, let's see if there's a hint on that topic. So, where's the date of my self-managed super fund? So with all our documents, they are highly educational, and that'll explain how to find the date in your trust deed. For people that want to see a sample, it shows you that. does this also update an old product disclosure statement? So you might have no product disclosure statement or an old product disclosure statement. This works for both. Good hints to follow. So I need the date, and I see the date is back in the 12th of December. I've now got a green tick. That is very good. That means the law firm, Legal Consolidated, is happy with your answer for the logic flow. Now the members have up to 6 members. In this case, I will have just one to save a little bit of the of time for you. And the members lives in the great state of Victoria. The trustee. Now, I'm not sure the difference between a member and a trustee. I'm not really that au fait on that. Well, let's see if there's a hint on that. So this question is asked from the current trustees of your Self-Managed Super Fund. If your company is the trustee, then only put in the company name. Good. What about, we used to have mum and dad as the trustees in the good old days, and we converted over to a corporate trustee, a special purpose company, maybe for land tax, maybe for succession planning, but my accountant recommended it, so we've moved it across. But we do not want the names of old trustees. You just want the current trustee. Either all the members are trustees, but in this case, my company is the trustee. My Australian company number will have 9 digits, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because all Australian company numbers have 9 digits. And there's the address. So I now have another green tick. I could use my cursor to move to reference, but I'm not going to press next. And I've got a green tick there. I'm happy with Self-Managed Superannuation Fund product disclosure statement. It's been the name of the document, but it's for, I'm an accountant, let's say, and I've got 600 or 700 documents at Legal Consolidated, so I better give it the client name, which is Clinton Smith, so I can find it again. And now I'm going to go to the summary, and something magic will happen. I've now got lock and build, which means our law firm is happy with the logic flow of your document. So you are now allowed to press lock and build and pay for the document. You get it within about 60 seconds. But I've got an opportunity, because I've seen the summary page, of checking all my data. So let's have a look. The name of my super fund is Smith, but that's fine. The address, that looks correct. So now I'm going to press lock and build. I'm going to put in my credit card details. So success, I've now built my product disclosure statement for my self-managed super fund. With all our documents, they'll be emailed to you, to the email address that you've put into your account, but I'm too excited. I'm going to access the document now. So the documents are available. And I can see that there is a tax invoice, which is great, but at the moment I want to have a look at the self-managed super fund product disclosure statement. I've just downloaded it. There it is. On law firm's letterhead, addressed to the client. So when you, as an accountant, lawyer, financial advisor, build a document for your client, our law firm's responsible for it. There are the appropriate minutes to satisfy the auditor. And there's a product disclosure statement for this particular self-managed super fund, setting out the rules of what you need to do and achieve in order to be fully informed about the needs of a self-managed super fund. Enjoy the free resources of this particular group of documents on the self-managed super funds. If you need a hand, please telephone us. We're happy to give free advice on how to build this document, but start the building process first. Start the building process first, because it will educate and perhaps entertain you.